Morn is going to look at the things that are left, kind of sort of look around her, and then she is going to tear into the pretty brocade dress, and she's going to put a tear down the front of it, turning it into a rather swanky jacket.
How's everyone feeling? Are we good?
Flyte is there, cross-legged with a pouch in her lap, and she just looks up and like a mouthful of chocolate is like, much better now.
If we're going at a normal pace of walking, Rothgon will do his best. It will take hours without any magical stuff, but he'll be trying his best to figure out what stuff can do. He might just even start pointing and see if things fire.
I'm going to feed the muffin to the dog.
Oh.
Hello!
Hello!
Welcome back! Guys, it's exciting, isn't it? Bit of a bouquet. Well done, me. See if these guys have rolled up new characters or not. They haven't. But Stephen, do you want to give us a quick Oh, hang on, I'm Paul. I'm the DM.
I'm Mo. I am playing Blue, the human fighter rogue.
Hi, I'm Stephen. Was playing Rothgon, the
Yeah, hopefully.
warlock sorcerer tiefling.
I'm Tony, and I'm playing Oriana, the tiefling rogue.
I'm Joy Amy, and I was playing Carouse and Morn and had gorgeous chromatic hound, Gregory McFluffypaws.
And I'm Luke, and I'm playing Flyte, the Ergenasi blade singer.
Stephen, do you want to tell us what happened last
So,
episode?
this team really stuck to their morals. They fluffed about and they found out. So, Flyte and Rothgon chased into a pirate ship, because that's not the right thing to be in the woods, looking for guns and treasure. Turns out there was a massive demon there. Then we were all plunged into darkness. Some of us were grabbed by plants in vines. Gregory managed to jump up onto he was teleported up, that's it, onto the main deck of this ship. And attack somebody, which caused the darkness to come down, but we still got absolutely mangled by plant creatures and a weird thing, and our former companion, Erdos, who's now a massive, great, giant thing, and we all died, pretty much.
Yeah.
We all got to 0 hit points in various states of that.
Flight went to sleep.
Flyte went to sleep.
Flyte,
Okay.
yeah. Flight's
But
alright.
we were all many different versions of being unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you, Stephen. That was excellent. Very quick. That's very good. Okay, so as the sun sets on the lonely road, a little field mouse is exploring a ship, and he creeps in, and he sees chained up in the aft, in the front section of the ship, various bedraggled, damaged looking characters. And do you want to give us this is a little bit of an opportunity to give a little description of what your character looks like. So we'll start with Mo, as we're calling you now, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
No one
cool,
can
I
fucking
liked
say
it.
Moa, so I just...
Moa. I like what you say that time, Moa.
Moa. Well, that's how
Moa.
you're supposed to
That's
say
how
it,
it's
but no
supposed
one
to
can
say.
do it. No one
So,
can do it.
Moa. I'm going to do it
Moa.
like I'm a sort of preacher in the Deep South. Moa!
That's not right. Hence, Mo. No, I do it at work all the time, and sometimes it just slips out. So yeah, use my nickname, guys. We're friends. Baloo is a human. She's about 6'6". She has got, although you can't see them because her eyes are closed, she has one blue eye and one grey eye. Through her, I've got to remember now if it's her grey or her blue eye. Through her grey eye, she has got this sort of scarring kind of across her face. She's got blue hair, not naturally, but it's her one little bit of vanity. She long, but generally kind of plaited and kind of swept off her face a little bit. But running free, that's really hard to describe. Plaited, but also loose. You get it. She's got dark black armour, sort of leather, and very simple. She's no frills. She's got this bow that she carries, brand new. It's very, very pretty. And she's quite foreboding and doesn't give a lot away, and quite sort of stoic, very sort of broad and muscular, but quite lithe as well. Yeah.
Good words.
I know. I ate a thesaurus before.
Okay, so Rothgon, birth name Richard. He is a red-skinned tiefling. Not that really matters because skin colours in tiefling in our world is not determined genetically. It's more of a magical thing. Hence my sister. But anyway, yep, he's red-skinned. He has multiple horns coming off his head. He used to have purple hair until there was an incident with some bleaching a few months ago, and it turns out that his family has a history of greying hair anyway, so now he's just permanently stuck in somewhere between grey and bleach blonde. And he has wings, which again is unusual for a tiefling, but not where our tieflings are from. He wears very scruffy clothes, so literally stuff he looks like he's picked up off a corpse he's murdered. Except for his coat, which is a magically enchanted coat that helps with protection most of the time. And one gauntlet that's really useful, because that one gauntlet is fire immune, just that one hand.
One day they'll just find this burned up.
I mean, I'm fire resistant as well, so good luck burning this baby. And deep red eyes, which is a family Von Rider trait, if you hearken from the Harkness side of the family Von Rider. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much him. He's pretty sassy, pretty quick with insults and quibs, deeply insecure.
I didn't realise we were doing emotional descriptions as
Well,
well.
you said it, so I
No,
figured I just followed.
I think that was just a description of how Stephen was feeling at the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ariana is a blue tiefling, and she's probably about 5'7"-ish. She has long black hair that's scraped up into a ponytail, but she's got one streak of her hair which is like this platinum white colour that just kind of, it's in her hair. I don't know what. Yeah. She also has two sets of horns that both of them kind of like go up sort of towards the sky. She also has a few piercings in her ears, just because she, you know, she's always got this thing. She really likes gold, but it doesn't really come up much because of where she's from. She doesn't really get a lot. So when she does get it, she wears it herself rather than selling it on. She's also kind of wearing tatty-ish clothes, although they're a little bit fresher than what she's usually used to, since being in Domania, because she's been able to make a bit of money and actually buy some nice newer clothes. She has these two armbands around her upper arms, which don't really look like much, but that's where she gets her magical daggers that come from. Yeah, she's also got wings because she's also a Von Rider, but she isn't related to Harkness and is actually Zelina's daughter. And so she's got bright green eyes instead of red ones. Yeah, that's Ariana.
So Morn is a dragonborn paladin. She's 7 foot tall and she is a deep royal, beautiful blue. She has pure gold eyes and occasionally spits lightning. She's wearing some, full plate armour, which is silver and gold. It's very well kept because she looks after it, but it is pretty bashed as well, except for the right gauntlet, which is a slightly different shade of silver, because her armour is fire immune apart from that one gauntlet. So one day you might find her with just missing a hand. At the moment she's also sporting purple earmuffs, which she bought at the market because it gets...
She was still wearing
Oh yeah, of course she is. It's cold and she doesn't have any ears, they're just holes. Have you ever seen like a lizard's ears? Yeah. Which is quite chilly. So last morning she's normally got a sardonic, kind of chilled out smile on her face, except for when people kill her. Gregory McFluffypaws, her chromatic hound, is a different colour depending on what he has spawned as. But in general, he is 5 foot in height, not when he's on his back paws either. And he's basically looks a bit like a dire wolf, except it is a mixture of scales and fluff. So think, skin-wise, think Falcor from the Neverending Story. But he looks either really derpy or fucking terrifying, depending on whether he's tearing someone's throat out or not.
And Flyte is a air genasi, so she's got very pale blue skin and stark white hair with there's flecks and sort of shades of blue dotted throughout it. She's quite dinky and only about 12, 13 years old, so very young, very immature, very silly. So she's quite dinky, about 4.5 foot, almost 5-ish. She's wearing very loose-fitting, brightly coloured clothes, so oranges and browns and whites, and they're all sort of like a monk's type thing, so very baggy trousers, very loose-fitting tops. Main thing that she would have probably shown to everyone, or at least if she survives to get the chance, is a little belt pouch on her hip that's her bag of awesomeness. So if you kill us, we'll never find out what the bag of awesomeness is. But it's Flyte's bag of awesomeness. Yeah. But yeah, she's mostly just stood around trying to show off with stupid grins on her face and hoping to not die. Especially since we got fancy new art.
So yeah, all of these characters are chained to the walls, and the little mouse scurries away. Rothgon, while you're sort of in this dazed state, that tent and that bedding keeps coming back to mind. Can you roll me a perception check, please? I mean, there's no point because they're going to metagame.
Am I conscious?
No.
Right. An unconscious perception check. It's not going to be good. It is 6.
6. Yeah, you just keep thinking about their bedding.
Okay, keep thinking about the bedding. Probably because I need a nap.
Blue.
Yes.
You wake up in a bar. It's a bar you've been to before. It's a bar in the Undercity in the Plug Hole. And you find yourself walking towards the back room where you found respite, where Rana Kane took you. You enter, you pass a very battered but still standing guard, your friend Gordon.
Oh, Gordon! Is he still going?
And as you enter the room, lying on a bed, torn, tattered, but still just about alive, is a huge woman who looks like a bullfrog. And Rana Kane is there, and as you stand in front of her, she looks at you, and she says, You will walk many long paths. When you make camp, set up the beacon, it will call the sisters and they will find you. When they do, send them to me here. And then she sort of coughs and wheezes, and she looks terrible. The sisters must prepare for war. It may take you many years, but gather them all. And when the time comes, you must be ready. And you sort of get this vision in your head of Erdos killing a werewolf and tossing into his pile of treasure this little wooden totem that you can only assume is the beacon. And as you go to say something, as you go to Rana, that fades away, and you're left in darkness. Can you roll me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Nope, nowhere near Morn.
Oh, this.
7.
Oh, I'm right next to Morn. Is that still?
You are, but I'm not conscious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've been rolling terribly.
Okay, anyone roll over 20? Above 15?
Yep.
Okay, blue.
19.
Above 10?
14 for Flyte.
And 14 for Morn.
I'm assuming Flyte is more Dexy than Morn.
No. Oh, the Morn.
Yeah.
Oriana Rothcon, what did you roll?
7.
7
Which
plus 4.
Dex or con?
Con.
Oh, that's
Constitution.
right, con, won't it? Yeah.
I'm plus 3 for my con.
Plus 2.
Sorry, do you want to go con? Because I'm just thinking.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, no. What's your con modifier?
Oh, my con modifier is 12. It's plus 1. I've got 12.
Plus 3.
More conny as well. Right. Okay. So.
You've forgotten someone.
Oh yeah, the lovely cricketer. He needs a little poker. I don't know.
He rolled a 2, but he's got paws, so it's hard to roll the dice.
Okay. So. Okay, so blue. You stir, and can you roll me a d20, please?
A D20?
A d20, yeah. As if we've never rolled one of them.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It just confused me because I don't know. That's a 10. Right down the middle.
Alright, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
In
Is
the
it?
silence
Is
of it.
it okay, Paul? Is it okay?
Probably not.
So as you come round, you realise you're chained up. You have been stripped of your armour and your weapons. And it's
She does have clothes underneath them. I didn't specify.
The sun appears to be setting, which is weird because the last thing you remember it was like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. And you've had the benefits of a short rest.
Okay.
Well, that's nice.
And chained around you are your compatriots who are still sort of lolling in unconsciousness.
Join me doing an excellent example of some lolling there that I really hope was caught on camera.
Yeah.
And as you look around, what you see is that there are the bits of this monster that Rothgon. You probably didn't see the monster, but there's the bits of this monster and torn up vines. The monster's dead, but the vines that attacked you all
I
appear
was
to be
going to
dead
call
as
him
well.
Fluffy. He had bits of fur from dead animals on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Can she see? Is everyone else like stripped of weapons as
Yeah,
well?
everyone else is stripped of weapons and armour.
Can she?
I've got my armbands.
No.
Morn's naked, but for a loincloth.
Can? To be honest, it's a leather armor, so she didn't. Yeah.
We don't have to go into what they're now wearing.
There's minimal clothing actually now that I come to think
Do
of
I
it.
still have my earmuffs?
Oh.
Because Morn in a loincloth and earmuffs
I
is
really
kind
don't
of...
know.
Underneath
Okay.
plated
Somewhere in the
leather, you would
forest,
have
Erdos is
something.
wandering
Yeah.
around with your
My earmuffs!
earmuffs, yeah.
What a bastard! No. Okay. Can she see? Can she see any of their clothing, any of
No.
their weapons?
No.
She's gonna. Is she? How is she chained? Kind of like
Yeah, hands are chained above her head, yeah.
together or separately?
It's apart.
Apart. She's gonna.
So why I said it like that? Can I do
Are
it?
we all like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
She is going to just try and yank on them. Can she see any? There's no sign of Erdos.
Nope.
Can she hear anything
Do a perception check.
sort of nefarious? 18.
No, it all appears to be quiet. Apart from the sounds of the
Yeah.
sort of the forest.
So she's next to Flyte.
Yep. So yeah, on one wall is Blue, Flyte, and Rothgon. On the opposite wall, on the opposite wall are Morn and Oriana, and in some sort of weedy thing at the end seems to be Gregory doesn't seem to be chained. He just seems to be.
Gregory's not chained.
He's not chained, but he's in some sort of goopy vine type of thing. But it doesn't look living. It just looks. It doesn't look living in the same way the vines are attached.
Just like he's tied up, but he's
Yeah, it's more like a web.
She's gonna kind of loud whisper, just around like, guys, wake up.
So Flyte stirs.
She's gonna do a little whistle, like a, I can't whistle. And
We'll add it in post.
just try and wake Gregory up. Gregory, she's gonna call his name, and she's gonna try in her best.
How loud?
Her best draconic, just Confin.
So how loud are you?
Not super loud.
He's got really good
But,
hearing,
like-
so you know.
Well, she's gonna kind of whisper it a few times, and then she's just gonna like she can't hear anything, and say it a little bit louder, not shouting, just Confin, like more pitch.
He doesn't seem to be even hearing. What's Flyte doing?
Okay, how are we chained up?
You've literally just got manacles around your arms, and there are chains above your heads.
Okay, so
Feet are
let's
free.
put hands together and like
You couldn't get your hands together though.
couldn't get hands together.
Are our feet chained?
Nope.
No.
Enough to do.
There are what you can see just floating in the air. These little sort of green flecks of pollen.
Okay. Okay, so what she's going to try to start with, she's going to sort of try and catch Blue's attention that she's awake, and she's just going to give like a very obvious wink and a nod. Can she...
No winking. No winking.
She's going to...
Plan. Tell me the plan. There's no one here.
I might be able to get out. While she's saying that, she's going to not cast a spell, but just see, like, almost go through the motions of has she got enough movement in her hands for her somatic components, where you normally make a gesture to cast a spell.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so she'll stop. I mean, either I can get out of this, and then, as you say, she's looking around to see if our gear is anywhere that we can see.
Can't see your gear from where you are.
I can get out.
Okay, right. So you did very well. You did very well. Like she's like, I saw what you did, and yeah, it was amazing. Okay, right. We're all trained. If you can get out, is it gonna be loud? Do you know? No. Okay.
Fine.
Can you get it? Will you be able to maybe go and gently wake the others up?
Oh, yeah, I can get
Okay.
out. And then I can go invisible. I can do other things.
Okay.
I haven't got my book, but I can
Right.
still do amazing
Yeah, no,
things.
I'm basically just in my underwear here.
Yeah.
No, okay.
I
Right.
don't know how to pick a lock.
You don't know how to pick a lock.
No.
That's you know your mother over there. She's really good with locks. You
Okay.
know her better than I do. I've heard she's pretty good. Do you want to go wake her up?
Okay. You said this
Go
creature.
Go to mommy.
This creature that's made up of that Rothgon's some of this bits of bones and that. She's seen Oriana lockpick.
Okay.
Like if there's sort of shards of bone, we'll sort that out when she gets out. We're not thinking too far ahead. She doesn't do that. So she's going to cast Blink, which is just verbal and somatic.
Yeah.
So she'll cast that. I mean, we'll see. This is it. I got 10 rolls to basically 1. Okay, so yeah, she's there going, no, okay. And then, yeah, she disappears. And then she, about 6 seconds later, reappears. She can reappear 10 foot from where she was.
So there's a ladder. There's Morn is directly in front of you, and in between you and Morn is a big ladder.
Okay, well, she's going to, she goes to an ethereal plane that she can then move across. So 5, 10, so she's going to get as close as she can. She can see everyone on the normal plane. So she'll sort of walk across and then sort of stop before this blink sends her back. And then she reappears back in the area. So, I told you, it's pretty good.
Well done. Okay, now wake her up.
Okay, and yeah, she'll
Why am I
very
actually
slowly.
whispering? No, whispering. Wake her up.
Yeah. So she'll very quiet as she can, just sneak over towards Oriana, and then flick her on the forehead.
Nothing happens. She doesn't. She's still unconscious. The morn starts to stir.
Oh, no, the fluffies. No.
Okay.
Morn.
Oh,
Flyte a wave.
hello?
Okay, I mean, I'm going to try and get us out. Blue said I could do this, and she's going to start, like, rummaging among this body on the floor to see if she can get little shards and splinters of bone or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
If there's a thin-looking bone, she
Do an investigation.
won't break it over a knee just yet. Well, let's see what investigation, yeah?
Yeah.
Ooh, 16.
16. Okay. You search for a few minutes, and,
Yep.
and you. But what are the others? While you're searching
Yep.
it, you will find something. It's going to take you a couple of minutes. But
Yeah, that's fine.
Morn and Blue, what are you doing?
Yeah, throughout that she's blinking in and out, but blink's done now. It's only
Okay.
1 minute, so.
Moon starts to sort of panic. Where is everyone okay? Where is Gregory? Hello?
He's over there. He's over there, but he's unconscious.
Okay.
Everyone.
Are you okay?
Well, no. We're chained up, and I haven't got any of my weapons or my armour.
Where is my armour?
Yeah, you are naked.
We're Dragonborn. We don't really have such hang-ups.
I feel like the loincloth wouldn't necessarily be covering it much anyway.
Not really. She hasn't really got anything to cover. She has a cloaca. She's a reptile.
Yeah.
I feel maybe at market I should have bought underpants. Where are my earmuffs?
They're gone. I don't know. I know you're attached to them, but we got bigger problems.
I know.
Right now.
I'm trying to collect brain. Crazy child is trying to get us out.
Got it.
So we can't seem to wake up Oriana just yet. You said that you're gonna find some bones to try and pick the lock.
At this point, she, like, pops up. Got some.
Okay. So how are you gonna do that?
I'll try once more. She'll go over to Oriana this time and, like, do the thing where you open up the eye and then, like, look at her.
It just rolls back.
Can you pick locks? Like, walk me through it.
I've
never done this.
yeah, but I'm more, stealthy rather than thievy.
Okay. Well, she's going to make her way over to Blue anyway.
Yeah. She saw Oriana attempt it once, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, at Harkness.
At the Harkness residence, and so she's just gonna I think like maybe try two of the little bones and try and just have a fiddle. Just try and like have a fiddle. Is it like a separate lock for each thing,
Yep.
or is it okay?
Okay.
If you can climb up me.
Done. Yeah, she'll just like hop up and like almost like sat on your shoulder, trying to.
And Blue's just
faff
gonna
with
like
this lock.
brace herself. They're not like hanging from the wall, are they? But she can keep her feet on the ground. So she's just gonna like, oh fuck. You're okay. Yeah. Okay. And now, try and pick that lock. Just try, gently, but don't break the bone because normally I think they're metal tools normally.
Probably. Yeah, that makes
Actually.
sense.
Do I have? No, I don't.
Okay.
Don't have anything.
No.
So yes,
I'm
Flyte's
just
going to.
I'm trying to remember if she does know, if she has got experience with it, but no.
No.
It makes sense for her too.
Okay, she's going to try and pick the lock on this manacle.
Well, do me a sleight of hand at disadvantage.
Okay. Ooh, no, 7.
No, you fail miserably. You've no idea what you're doing. You're just getting bits of splintered bone all over the shop.
I'm doing.
Strange, errant child.
Yeah.
Could you try waking Poppy? He may be able to bite through. He has very, very sharp bite. He might be able to bite through some kind of manacle.
Yeah, the dog. Okay, and she's gonna I was gonna say she's gonna run over to the dog. She's gonna go to run and stop herself, but then she'll make her way over to the dog.
Well done.
So he said he's in. What is restraining?
So
order?
he's sort of just tangled up in a load of sort of sticky, viney weed things.
Okay.
Try scratching behind the ear. He really likes that. It's a good way to wake him up.
Oh, she will. Like, to fuss a dog. Like, she forgets the entire dire situation they're in. She's now just going to fuss a dog.
If he wasn't warm, you'd
Okay.
assume he was dead.
Oh. Okay, there's no, like,
Nothing.
no response.
Nothing.
She'll put her ear right to, like, his nose and just see if she can hear
You
breathing.
can hear breathing. There's like a real faint.
Okay.
Is Gregory, is he okay?
He's alive, but it's like, same as Oriana. They're not just, they're
Rothgon,
not budging.
you sort of stir, and right in front of you is
Hey.
is Flyte trying to wake up this dog.
I had a fucking awful nightmare where I joined these two fucking losers playing hero, and then I had family members thrown at me all the time trying not to die. Oh goody, it's true. So
Yeah, so we're chained up, no getting out of it. Flyte's tried picking a lock with some bones. Can you do anything magical to get us out of this situation?
okay, Rothgon's gonna try. Well, his hands are here.
Mm-hmm.
Uses his hands for casting. So kind of point down, and if he ends up hitting himself, so fucking be it. We'll try and just. No, is it like for a ring?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay, I'm gonna focus my hands to the ring and fire two Eldritch Blasts at the metal.
Okay. Yep. Do an attack.
That is a nat 20 and a 28.
Oh, I knew there was a reason we keep you
Yeah.
around.
There is quite a loud bang.
Awesome.
But the chain shut.
But I'm
You're free.
in a skipping rope situation.
No, with the chain, you'll notice you've got manacles around
Yeah.
each hand, but you're free. You're
Oh, cool. Accessories. Oh, suppose you all want a hand.
This would be nice. I would like to. I don't know. It's quite chilly.
And just blast.
done.
Pressure. A nat 1
One, yeah, good old one.
and a 22.
Who was the one?
Let's
I was
go
the
back.
one. Yeah, I was the
22.
first one.
Okay, Morn, you're going to take a little bit of damage.
Oh.
Ow!
Careful
what's
where
normal?
you
It's
throw
one.
them.
It'd be 1d10.
So half of 1d10 then, please.
So 4.
That is okay.
Sorry. I mean.
No, it's okay, Rothgon. It's difficult situation. If you could wake Poppy, he might be able to help.
Blue will run over and try and shake Gregory. Just come on, Poppy, come on. Up
So
you get.
Oriana starts to stir.
Oh, what the hell's going on?
I don't know, but we need to get unchained. And may I suggest we get up to the tent that's on the deck? There was a pile of coats that I randomly ignored, but whilst I was out of it, it kept playing in my mind. So actually, pile of coats could be relevant.
Pile of coats.
I don't know. It was just.
I need to.
There was a bed.
You've got to find a pile of coats. I've got to find. I don't know, a pile of treasure.
Was there a large pair of underpants?
Maybe some bloomers were in there. I don't know the
Oh, this
specifics.
I could do. This would be good.
Oh, bloody hell, I haven't got any armour on.
No, neither. Welcome to the conversation.
Bloody hell, I'm glad I'm wearing a trench coat.
Yeah. Can you pick the? I'm nervous of having more noise. Can you pick the lock above you?
I mean, I can't really do it with one hand.
No.
And my lock,
But you're
everything's gone, so all my lock picking
Ha!
gears.
Yeah.
She'll run over and like, got some of these? I don't know what I'm doing with them. I tried to
Just
pick
right.
a lock.
Thin
Lift them up a
guns.
bit.
Yeah,
Done.
you can't get your hands together.
Yeah, I was
Can
gonna
I?
But I'll let you talk Flyte through it.
Yeah.
say. Right.
Okay, we'll take time.
And we're going to say Flyte, sleight of hand.
Okay.
Just straight sleight of hand.
Okay, straight start out of hand. 12 and then so 16 total.
You managed to get one of them undone.
Right.
Morn.
I like this to you.
So
She hands them all.
you've got one hand is still chained up,
Okay.
one hand is unchained, so you now have just
Wait, did you say it's through a loop?
It's through a loop.
So I can pull it out and...
Yeah, you can pull it through the loop.
Oh, so I'm unchained.
You're unchained, you're free, but on one hand you've got all the chain and the other manacle.
Right. Well, that's Fine, I'm going to use my hands. Is there anybody who's still...
Well, Morn, you can probably just break yourself free. They're not...
This is a very good point. I think I will... I can try. Would you like... Is it alright if I try,
Strength
Paul?
saving throw, please.
Strength saving throw. Oh,
Oh, no.
and I'm
Yeah,
conscious.
go on.
Come on. So that is a 19.
You pull hard, but they're sort of they're almost. You're almost free.
They are surprisingly sturdy considering they are probably only hammered into wood.
It's alright, it's alright. Can someone give me a little boost so I can get a bit higher?
Yeah, no, I'm on it.
Just, yeah.
Yeah.
And then she's going to try and
Sleight of
undo.
hand. Do you have what proficiencies do you have?
I've got proficiency in sleight of hand.
No, but
Thieves' tools?
Have you got thieves' tools?
Oh, yeah. Good thing I haven't.
Imagine.
Yes, I have, because I'm a
Okay,
rogue.
so
but-
yeah, you can do that at advantage.
Oh, you've got not that dice, because that dice has been rolling terribly for me all
Mhm.
evening. Let's go for that one and that one. Okay, I got up to 10 and 11, but it's okay, so that's a 19.
You managed to pick. You pick both, so Morn is completely free.
Oh, this is good. She's going to go straight over to Gregory.
As you're walking towards him, he sort of stirs and he's sort of panicking because he's sort of trapped in. He can't, because of his paw, so he just can't get out of the sticky.
He's okay. It is fine, Gregory, with fluffy paws. Everything will be fine. I will get you out of these things. And she's just going to start biting her way through the...
Cool, yeah, you
The
can
bites.
pull it.
Yeah.
And get him out.
Yeah.
He is suffering from exhaustion.
Oh.
1 point of exhaustion until he has a long rest.
Okay.
Oh, you're very tired, puppy. This is okay. And she's going to, ruffle him on top of his head and scratch him under his chin. And he kind of sinks his fur into her lap. It's like, well, be a bit careful there. I am not wearing anything.
Oriana's gonna lockpick the other manacle on her
Okay,
hand.
yep.
Can I roll? Do I roll for that?
No.
No. But she's gonna.
You'll do it eventually.
But she's gonna keep it
Okay.
with her.
Cool.
She's gonna keep the chain and stuff. So she's
Yeah.
just gonna she's probably just gonna put it around her neck like a scarf just to hold it. Oh no, she's not. She's gonna tie it around her waist.
This is good plan. And Morning's going to also pick up the manacles and put them round her.
Okay.
Yeah, in case we get attacked before we find our stuff. The tent.
Where's the tent?
Yeah,
It's up on the
good
deck.
shout.
Is the ladder hatch open?
Yeah, there's no hatch.
I can sneak. I mean, I'm pretty sneaky.
Yeah, I too am blessed with the sneak.
That's why.
Rockon just walks up to the ladder and goes,
Oh God. Okay, fine. Fuck it.
I'm not...
We all have no weapons or armor or protection.
I don't have my book. I must get the book.
Fine.
Yeah, I need mine too.
She's-
So
yeah.
you come up onto the deck. So you're on the sort of front end of the ship, and there is a rusty cannon sort of facing down the pathway you came down from the main path. There's a plank that goes across to this sort of tent. I mean, it is a tent, but it's kind of fairly basic. On the other side, the tent flap is closed. There's another cannon on the other side as well, facing the opposite way.
Okay. Rockon's just storming to the tent.
Okay.
Because, as far as he's concerned, anyone that's got possession of his book is going to die.
Okay.
Morn is going to follow.
Yeah, Flyte's
Yeah.
going to try and go ahead as well.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Oriana will
So
do.
yeah, you go
Blue
in.
will grab Flight's shoulder and just hold her from going to the front of the line.
You open the tent. There's no one in there.
Okay.
But there's this sort of makeshift bed, which is sort of pelts and furs and.
I don't know why, but this kept coming to me when I was unconscious.
You were dreaming about bed. Well, we're all dreaming about bed right now. We'd all quite like a lie down. Don't know why this is so particularly important.
Well, maybe someone can use some of their investigation skills to see what is... Why would I think about it?
I'm quite good at investigating. I can go give it a whirl. That's a nat 20, so that's
Wow.
31.
That's fine. Yeah. You basically all there is this pile of pelts, but as you sort of move them, you realise they are on top of basically a treasure hoard.
Shiny.
The second she sees treasure, she's gonna start looking for the totem, the totem that
Okay.
she saw in her dream.
So how long do you want to spend searching?
What?
Morn
There's
will not
piles, there's gold, there's various... As you look at it, there's various items.
Morn won't be searching. She will be taking some of the furs and putting them like across her shoulders, trying to wrapping them around her legs, basically trying to make sure she's warm.
As you're doing that, you see your armour.
Yeah,
So that's what I was going to say.
Rothgon wouldn't be concerned about money. He would be going through any items. He wants his jacket and his book.
So your book's there.
My book's there. My jacket?
Uh,
I will keep searching for my jacket.
Morn's going to start putting on her armour because it takes quite a long time.
Yeah.
Your armour is not there, your bow is.
Okay.
Okay.
She'll she can't strap it on, but she'll kind of wedge it. She'll sort of wedge herself. What about the arrows?
No, the quiver's not there.
Quiver's not there. What the fucking use is a fucking bow?
Hit someone with it?
Your armband thing is there.
Oh, thank God. Both of them.
Yeah, for your knives, yeah. But that's about it of yours.
Oh my God, I've still got a dagger, a rapier, and a plate of armor.
And there's nothing in Flyte.
Not her pouch, her book, or rapier.
Oh!
No, your book would be there.
The spell book, her
Your
spell
book's
book.
there.
Okay.
And I mean, if you've been there, I'm going to say if Morn's putting on her armour, that's 10 minutes.
Cool.
Okay.
But is the
Are
totem?
are any of Morn's weapons there?
No.
Okay.
I would have kept looking whilst Morn was getting dressed. Now, didn't realise how emotionally connected I was to that jacket. Enraged. So not just looking for the jacket, but looking for anything that's useful. And more to the point, I'm beginning to realise I'm not feeling as magically up to snuff as I was. So I need to look at backup options in case my magic runs out.
Okay.
So light weapons, such as crossbows.
So yeah, as you're sort of searching through, you find the totem.
Okay.
It's barely. It's just a small wooden. It almost looks like a sort of like a totem pole, like a Native American totem pole, but it's just a single sort of barely recognisable, but carved in the shape of a dog. And there are 7,000 gold pieces, 1,500 platinum pieces.
Does anyone have pockets?
There is a brocade gown trimmed with lynx fur. It's just a nice gown.
Pretty.
What am I got to do with a fucking gown?
There's a dragon horn medallion engraved with mythical imagery. There's a fine leather merchant's cap tooled with arcane runes. There's a linen cloak, which is threaded with electrum. It's very pretty. There is some studded armour, but it's magical. There is a manual of bodily health. There is a ring, a magical ring, and there is a magical robe, and there is a rather nice looking magical crossbow.
Oh. I zero in on the crossbow, but also take a look at the robe as well, because I'm without a coat.
Yep.
I don't know who I am without a coat.
Well, there was the linen coat with the electrum. What was it?
Electrum. So you've got a linen cloak.
A linen cloak, not a coat.
No, cloak.
Okay.
There is also a brocade gown, if you want to go down that route, or a robe of scintillating colours.
Okay.
Leave me. Let go.
Okay. I think now, Morn, are you suited up?
I am suited up. I could do with some kind of weapon, but this is not too bad. I quite this dragon medallion thingy.
I think grab anything that catches your eye and we get the fuck out of here.
Is there a bag? No.
This
Unlimited
blue is
holding ability.
No. Blue is gonna take which you wanted a coat. What do you want? Which one are you having?
The robes.
The scintillating
Yeah,
coloured one?
yeah.
Okay. She's gonna take the one that's got the electrum. She's gonna pile the stuff into it. Just scoop that and then a bunch of the money, and she's gonna bundle it together.
Is there any gold-looking jewellery that isn't necessarily magical? It's just gold jewellery,
There's
necklaces,
a dragon
bracelets?
horn medallion.
I just grabbed that.
Yeah.
Oh.
You probably have to fight her for
There's
it.
no-
So is it a horn on a chain?
It's made of.
Oh,
It's made of dragon horn.
gotcha.
It's engraved with mythical imagery.
It's just anything that's actually gold, like any gold bracelets, necklaces, anything jewellery, nothing magical, just anything that looks pretty.
I mean, the both the gown, the pretty things, probably the gown and the cloak.
She if it was gold jewellery, she would have just grabbed it. And
There's a
probably
ring of regeneration, so...
I'll take the ring. If
I
no one
didn't
else
say
wants it.
regeneration last
You
time.
didn't.
I
You
didn't
just said
know.
magical.
Didn't
You
know.
said it was a magic ring.
I think everyone would have gone straight for the ring of regeneration.
Get the ring.
I'm just gonna put it on.
Is there a hat? You said there's a hat?
Yes!
What's the hat?
It is literally just a cap.
It's just a nice hat.
I've lost the place.
It's a flat cap. I reckon it would look.
It's
So
a
good.
leather merchant's cap, tooled with arcane runes.
Grab it.
Magic?
Just grab it.
No. Oh no, so Blue was piling all of
Yeah.
these bits.
Oh,
all of
Flyte's
these
got
things.
the cap on there.
except
If
for
no one's grabbed that,
into-
you just put the hat
Well,
on.
okay,
So
well,
it's like,
just gonna pile all the money in there, and just a load of money, and whatever's left,
cool.
and just like bundle it into the other coat, and just
Morn is going to look at the things that are left, kind of sort of look around her, and then she is going to tear into the pretty brocade dress, and she's going to put a tear down the front of it, turning it into a rather swanky jacket, which she's then, because she puts it on, but obviously she's huge, so she does kind of tear holes through it, but now on top of her armour she has this very swanky brocade long,
It's
well,
trimmed with lynx fur.
trimmed with lynx fur jacket. Oi, swishy!
I suppose you're alright with lynx fur. It's not wolf fur.
Yeah.
It's
No.
fine, it's from a cat.
It's
Screw them.
Right.
Fly to grab a handful of the platinum pieces if you haven't been able to carry them.
Rothgon does have pockets still. He does the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like we need
Fills
to
her pockets.
go. No, just a handful. Handful of platinums, quite a bit.
Did you say she hasn't got her bag of
okay.
awesome?
Blue's just gonna put
Yeah,
the
I
coat
haven't got
on
that awesome.
and just
Oh,
like.
Oh,
put
she
some stuff in
cannot
pockets.
go.
Yeah.
She's going to start scouring the room, this tent.
Okay,
She's
so there's
got-
nothing else in the tent at all.
You are okay?
No,
Got
no,
all
I
the
mean,
stuff.
I haven't got my bag of awesome. I can lose the rapier. I could lose this, and she'll just flail her spell book like the wizard's most important thing.
No.
But I need my bag of awesome.
Is it magical? I might be able to help find.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we don't have time. We
I
grabbed
will
stuff.
die.
Tough. You have to just die.
Just die.
How
He
long
told.
is
She's gonna look to
detect
Oriana.
magic? You
Just
want to do
die.
detect magic?
I'm having a look.
Right, you're the one who got us into this mess along with her, so you have like barely any legs to
No,
stand
Yeah.
on,
but
mate.
if Urgos comes back, can you face him right now?
Oh
No.
yeah.
Right,
Absolutely
let's
not.
move.
While
You'd have had
the
to
chat,
face
while the
Urgos.
chat's going on, she's already cast it.
Oh, she's like-
she's on it.
Okay.
'Cause it's
How
only one
long
action.
distance?
It's one action. It is a 30-foot sphere, so 30-foot radius. So 60 foot.
Oh, 60.
Yes.
It's from you, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But she would walk around for a bit because
Oh,
it
yeah.
lasts for 10 minutes. So
Oh,
she can
that's
walk
fine.
up and down the.
There's a big pile of stuff down here.
You're my
So
favourite.
just behind the boat, there's
Oi!
all your stuff. All the rest of your stuff has just sort of been dumped.
I have found things.
Oh, she's
Oh,
gone.
thank
Maybe the
God.
rest of our stuff's there.
Yes.
And then, yeah.
Flight is off.
Instead of piling all of the stuff into the coat, she'll have just put the linen coat on and shoved stuff in her pockets. Because all of the stuff she was going to gather into it to save them rooting through it now has been snatched up by these hoarders.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's off. She like hops off the side of the boat.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Get
could
this.
you all
Ditto.
do me a perception check?
Oh dear.
What was the ha?
Well, it was because I got a 19 and I was quite happy with it because I was rolled for it. I'm like, yeah. But it's also 23 because
Dirty 20.
16.
10!
24.
So everyone apart from Morn.
He's just admiring her jacket.
Actually, the first thing you all notice is that Gregory starts barking.
Oh.
And
How many
Once,
times?
twice.
Once or twice.
remind me of the code.
Twice as
once,
danger.
Twice as danger, once is for help.
It's once.
Oh hell.
And he is looking sort of away from. So basically, you're stood behind the boat, as it were, and you're sort of picking your stuff up, and he is looking at a thin path through the forest. And as he looks, everyone apart from Morn, I don't know why Morn's not paying any attention. You can hear this. Well, we beat them all, didn't we? They killed my vines. We're going to have to get some more lines.
Let's fucking run.
But look at these lovely earmuffs.
Do I not even hear about the earmuffs?
No.
Let's go. Rothgon just grabs his book.
Yeah.
He pulls up a masked horror,
Okay.
and he's like, put some distance between that and us. Everyone else run.
Yeah.
So they just grab our stuff
Yeah.
and... Yeah.
Yeah.
Is all of it there?
Yeah.
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 Done.
Glad you did that. I would have abandoned everything.
Oh no, I couldn't. Not without my
masked
pooch.
horror is blocking.
A masked horror is
Yeah.
standing where our stuff was.
Yeah.
This is quite an intimidating creature, so it is there. It's pure. Its instruction is fight Urgos until one of you drops.
Okay. So you head back up to the path you came off of.
Oh, I thought we were going to go that way.
No, that's where Erdos is.
Oh,
then-
that's where I was.
yeah.
Okay, yeah,
So,
yeah.
so the masked horror's here. We all escaped
Yeah.
the way we
Yeah.
came.
I'm assuming you all avoid the trap at the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The one that
give
we-
us
Yeah, we'll do that.
the one that the dog fell through.
Yeah.
Someone might have to tell Morn, because
Yeah.
she was unconscious at
Right,
the time.
okay.
Trap!
Okay, she just stepped right over it. Massive
Yeah,
stride.
so the path's not far. I mean, it's almost no distance. It's sort of 10, 20 feet. So you're back onto the path.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go left, or you can go right. If anyone's been to a live show, you know how much these guys love that. So left is the way you came.
Mm-hmm.
Right is the way is definitely further into the forest. It's further along the lonely road.
Surely we don't need to go a long, lonely road in order to get through forest.
Yeah.
So it's right.
We
Yeah.
probably
Go.
lost a little bit of time.
Yeah, we've got to get a ship.
So
yeah.
as you say that, you all realise it is
Yeah.
the sun has set. It is
Yeah.
night.
7 moons left.
Maybe we should run.
Do you want to run?
It depends whether anyone else thinks that's a good
I
idea.
want to take 10 minutes to get myself get my armour on.
You can
get
hear-
dressed.
Erdos has found the masked horror now.
Okay.
Oh, well, then definitely
Oh, yeah.
dashing
Yeah.
away.
Dash
Yeah.
for it.
Dashing
for at
as
least a good-
long as Constitution holds up.
Would it be alright if
No.
Morn carries Grigori?
Yeah.
Cool.
And I'm going to say not
I mean,
Dashing.
Grigori's got full speed.
just, but running,
Mm.
if that makes sense. Because, dashing might cause us to die. For if we dashed continually for
If you
10 minutes.
Well, that'll be fine. You just do Constitution saving first to see whether you can keep it up.
And if you're Linford Christie or Usain Bolt, then yeah, you're fine.
Also,
but-
adrenaline, innit?
I worked this out for you, but yeah, you're running.
Running.
Okay, so that adventure was called On Is Gonna Eat You, by the way, just so you.
Okay.
I'll just leave seeing it in my notes. Okay, so you're running along the path. Can you all roll me a D20, a D100, and a D4? please?
Okay. D20, D100, D4.
Yeah. Sorry, fans of entertainment. Decided a really complicated way of working out what monsters you're going to meet.
Great.
So start with Moa. Your D20,
Got a 5,
D100,
87,
and your D4.
4.
Stephen.
16, 75, 4.
Tony.
10, 55, 3.
Really?
12, 16, 3.
And you.
3, 40, and 3.
Thank you very much. Okay, so you're sort of running down the path. You can run for about 10 minutes, like absolute full pace, and then you sort of start to slow down. So it's up to you whether you want to.
Yeah, I would say they peg it for 10 minutes and then Blue would sort of bring them to a walk to try and see if you can hear Erdos, if Erdos is catching up with them.
You can't. The battle seemed as it went out of your earshot. The Mars Taurus seemed to be faring fairly well.
Okay.
Emmy's got more hit points than any of us.
So you just says, "Will you fucking go to sleep?"
Can't put a mask collar to sleep.
Yeah. So you get
just
Put your clothes
take sort of a bit of time just to get armour on, and get reacquainted with everything, make sure everything's on, and then Blue would definitely kind of go, right, how's everyone feeling? Are we good?
Flyte is there, cross-legged with the pouch in her lap, and she just looks up and like a mouthful of chocolate is like, much better now.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm good now. I got my pouch back. She holds this little bag that's got like patches sewn onto it. Yeah.
It's okay. It definitely was magic bag. Otherwise, I would not have. There's no point in me looking for a bag.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what's so magic about the bag? Mother dearest, have you seen this before?
Oh, yeah.
I mean-
this is a bag. But I assumed...
You haven't seen it.
You haven't seen
Oh,
it?
have I not?
No.
No, this is new to me. What,
Yeah.
did your grandfather let you have that by any chance?
Yes, he said I could have a special thing to help me on my adventures. A special item.
Hang on.
Right, and it's a bag of sweets.
The sweets in it never go stale.
But how much can the bag hold?
Oh, just like, and she just sort of like empties it out, and there's like there's a muffin, a few like wrapped sweets, and then like a half-eaten bar of chocolate, like that much. But
That's all it can
they
hold.
never go stale or mouldy, so long as they contain sugar.
So you had Harkness,
Yes,
an almighty being
yes.
of power and magic,
Create
and he said you could have anything you wanted
to
take
help me
with
on an
you
adventure.
To help you on an adventure.
Yes.
And you chose a bag that keeps some sweets nice and
Fresh.
fresh.
Yes.
To be fair, did you see how well she did in that fight? She was pretty... I don't
That-
think she needs anything else.
No.
Speaking of which, rather
Where that's
than
come from.
tearing each other apart, because as much as I'd quite like to do that to some of you, we need to plan our next moves. We're not in great shape. We've got all these magical items, which, what do any of them do? Attunement? What? We're also in a forest that keeps trying to kill us, whilst on the way to meet some witches.
I've got in my notes here that I've got in my brain here that we've got 3 healing potions.
Oh, so do I. I've got that in my brain too.
So I don't know if anybody is a bit more worse for wear than others in terms of health, but I don't know if it might be a good opportunity to take one of those just to prepare us for what will definitely be thrown at us next.
I am feeling okay, but Gregory seems a little bit more sluggish than
No.
me. No?
We need to give it to the best people. The
I-
best people that are going to achieve the mission. much as
Morn
I hate
like
saying this.
straightens up, makes herself as tall as possible, and
Blue
steps
too will bristle.
in front of Rothgon and looks right down on him. I believe you will find that my puppy did a lot more damage than most of the other people during that fight.
When he wasn't getting rocks thrown at his head.
Do you want rocks thrown at your head,
All
Rothgon?
right,
Okay.
guys.
Blue, I think, and
To be fair, if it's more than Rothgon, you need 2.
Blue is gonna kind of go, Morn, I feel you, I'm with you, but I also think let's hold off on the healing potions if we're feeling like we can just keep going. Save them for an emergency. Grigori is an important member of this team.
Morn, this is obviously very unusual for Morn because Morn doesn't really get cross at her friends very often. But she is pissy for a reason. And she steps back and starts mumbling something about, well, maybe if I'd had some breakfast this morning, maybe I wouldn't.
With that, like, Flyte just appears out of nowhere, just like holds out her hand, and there's like a couple sweets and a muffin and some pastry that's looks like it's sugar glazed.
I will try pastry.
Done. And she'll go around everyone else like, sweets? If anyone needs sugar. It's surprising.
Does it replenish?
Yes.
Does the bag replenish itself, or do you have to replenish the bag?
I have to replenish the bag.
Okay.
It only just keeps it fresh.
Okay. So basically, we've just got, I don't know, a lunchbox.
Yeah.
A sassy lunchbox over
Sweets.
But
Do you
we
want a
have
sweet?
just robbed the guy that was hoarding a bunch of treasure. Is any of this stuff useful?
Yeah, what does this do? She points at a ring.
I don't know, Mr. Magic Man, you do it.
Are you stationary at this moment, or are you moving?
Yeah, this feels like a stationary.
This feels stationary.
Yeah, catching our breath from all the running.
Yeah.
I don't have the stuff I need with me to do full identifies. It will just take me some time really looking into it.
Okay, you know what? For now, okay, we haven't got long. We've got to get to the witches, and oh god, and she's gonna have the totem pole. I've got to plant this. I've got to call. I had Rana spoke to me. I've got to call the sisters. There's a war going on, and Erdos killed one of my sisters, and I've got to get them all to Rana. I don't know if now's the right time to do it.
Morn's just, you'll be able to hear her, but
Yeah.
you'll hear her go, oh, so somebody spoke to Blue and she nearly died. The bother with you. She's pretty pissed off that she nearly died and neither of her gods said anything to her.
But, the ones you just tried to square up to stopped her dying.
That is a very good point. I am sorry, Rothgon. I'm very angry.
Let's just keep walking. I think we've lost so much time. We've got to just keep walking through the night. Keep it slow. Keep it quiet. We can't attract any more attention.
If we're going at a normal pace of walking, Rothgon will do his best. It will take hours without any magical stuff, but he'll be trying his best to figure out what stuff can do. He might just even start pointing it and seeing if things fire.
I'm going to feed the muffin to the dog.
Oh.
Like as soon as Morn's with it, 'cause like she knows not to feed the dogs. Any of the dogs around the castle, she's been told don't feed the dogs sweets. She's going to wait until Morn's out of earshot or out of eyesight, and then just like give Gregory the muffin.
I like that Luke reached over his shoulder because definitely,
Yeah.
Flyte, it is like here we go.
Oh yeah. Gregory on all fours is 5 foot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so his nose is probably over her shoulder. So yeah.
He will cover your face in
Done.
dog spit with a big
Yeah.
lick of your cheek.
Oh,
Done.
how long is it going to be until Flyte rides the dog?
Really soon, I hope.
Can you all do a perception check?
Okay. Oh my god, yes.
No.
16 for Flyte.
21.
15?
10.
14.
Okay, so after probably about 40 minutes of walking, Blue, you are aware that there is something coming down the path behind you. A fair way behind, but you've just got that. You just caught it on the sort of wind.
What can she hit? Is it like
it's
does it
just-
sound like a lot of
it's-
things or just one thing?
It sounds like quite heavy footsteps. You're pretty sure it's probably Erdos.
Okay, guys.
He's not moving at speed, but he is
Okay.
coming.
Guys, I think we need to pick up the pace quietly. I can hear. I think there's something big coming behind us. It's a ways back, but we've got to peg it.
How thick's this forest either side of the path?
I mean, it is thick.
We
It's-
could ambush him. Now he hasn't got his fancy boat nonsense.
No.
I could have him.
The only thing I'm doing in these woods is either hiding or getting away.
Can I as Gregory, as Morn, give Gregory a command to ask him to keep reappearing until he reaches a certain colour, as we're not in combat.
No.
Okay. It would have been a bad idea to set the forest on fire anyway. Just thought, like a route through the woods.
Who rolled above 15?
On the nose.
Okay.
Was this
hang on.
perception, was it?
Yeah, perception.
Perception.
Is it hearing
You
or...
rolled 16.
Yeah, 16.
And did you roll for Gregory?
That's what I'm asking. Is it hearing or smell-based?
Hearing.
Hearing. Gregory rolled an 18.
Okay. So the first person to sort of notice this is Gregory. He is looking. He barks one bark,
Once.
and he's looking up at the tree, at the gap in the tree canopy. So these trees tower over you, good 200 feet to the top of the canopy. But there's a thin gap where the path is, and obviously it's pretty dark in this wood, so you can see the light of the sort of stars and the moon shining through. And as you look up, you see these winged creatures just appearing over the gap, and they seem to be in the trees. They're not above the trees. They seem to be flying, weaving in and out.
Okay.
And they are big.
Have they seen us?
Hard to say. They're a good 150 feet above you.
Okay. Guys, we've got to be. She's gonna lower her voice. Assume she's whispering for the benefit of the podcast. I don't want to. Okay, we've got to move quietly. There is something above us and there is something behind us. We have got to get moving. There was. She was gonna. We talked about a flying situation, but that's not possible now anymore after fucking Ordos.
Well, maybe we have something in that we have stolen.
So
you have a map, don't you?
while you're discussing this,
I mean, we are walking and talking.
you're walking and
Yeah,
talking.
yeah.
You're probably. I'm going to say you're jogging.
I
at
know,
a
Oh, yeah.
decent
Yeah.
pace. Erdos doesn't seem to be catching you, but these things in the trees above you seem to be getting slightly lower. They seem to be less. They seem to have leathery wings, but they seem to be leaping from branch to branch. They definitely are aware of you, and they seem to be hunting you.
Oh, okay.
And with that, I think we'll call this episode to an end.
Oh, okay.
It is 7 o'clock on day 2. Well, it's probably no. Let's move it along. You've been walking for an hour, haven't you? It's 8 o'clock on day 2.
Good job. Good progress.
8 at night. Yeah, that's where we'll leave it for now.
Ooh.
So well done, guys.
Well, at least we're alive.
half
Thank
alive.
Yeah.
I mean, what when you say half alive, I got with my hit dice. I got most of my stuff back, which is good.
Yeah, I got a good 2/3, I reckon.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
alright.
Yeah.
I think good to go.
I mean, as you were discussing, probably Blue looked at the map and probably has realised there's a good 2.5 days before you get to the next town.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah. So thanks, Critic UK, brilliant. They sponsor us and make all our lovely stuff. RTDT10 for the old discounts. Hollyhammer Art done all the lovely art. Are they on a Discord channel? The art.
They can be.
Good quotas on
We
it.
can make an
They will
official character art.
That would be nice. Could you, if you're listening to us or watching us, just go to the bit which says like, subscribe, and if you can just comment, these guys are amazing, 5 stars, love them, they're the greatest podcast ever. Or you don't have to say that. We're not as
Paraphrase.
You can say that.
It's a little emoji.
We're not
Yeah.
Josh Whittaker. But we're all right. No, but yeah, support us, follow, subscribe.
And if you are in the Gloucestershire area in February the 23rd, you can actually catch us live at the Cheltenham Playhouse Theatre at 7:30 p.m, I believe, for our live show, a night of magic, misfits, and making stuff up. Yeah, we've got a couple of posts. You can get your tickets now. The tickets are available on the website. You can get that in the link in the description. There'll be one there. So check that out.
Come and find us and come and support the Playhouse, because
Yeah.
it is an amazing little theatre.
Yeah.
Used to be a swimming pool.
It used to be
And it is
a spa, and it's haunted.
Massively by a bunch of children that died there.
Lillian Davies was the one in particular. She had her head
Nice.
crushed
I thought
by a
I was
bolting
going to be
horse.
the one that
Yeah.
made this creepy. Right, Stephen.
Oh, alright. Go out into the world, roll down dice, innit?
Much more chirpy now. Thankfully we are all not dead, but unarmoured and probably chilly. It's not the rhyme you think it is. Moore needs to buy some underwear soon, possibly something frilly. Although Flyte is great in a fight, not so great choosing magical items. Are we being chased by vampire bats? Will they bite us or just shite on them?
Nice.
Very good.
Lovely.
Bye guys!
Hi, I'm just going to take a moment today to talk to you about the amazing artwork that Holly does for us at Roll the Down Dice. So if we take a look at Janaeus, I really love the sort of Greco-Roman theme going on, that's so my vibe. Or if we take a look at Rothgon, I love the attention to detail with the little tabs in his spellbook, way more organised than I'll ever be. Or Lahan, who the amazing intricate tattoo work, which that is tattoo goals. So, if you want to see more of Holly's work, why not head over to her Twitter or her Twitch at Holly Hammer Art, or we will put a card in our description box where you can see about getting your own commission done. Do it, it's totally worth it.